In a few seconds, I'm going to share a screen with you. It's going to have the QR code on it. That's going to get you into the gaming platform system. That's the only place you'll have to go. You'll be able to play along with us right there, and I will lead everything as we need to do it. So I am going to share with you that screen. You'll see a prompt appearing on your screen. I'm going to ask you to start drawing for me. If your personality were a form of nature, what would you be? Personality was a form of nature. I'm going to go ahead and share with you mine first. This is me. It's a thunderstorm, in case anybody couldn't tell. I'm really pretty and peaceful and nice to look at, but man, can I cause a havoc if I have to. So that's me. Let's see what else we got coming in from this group. Ooh, a kitty as a force of nature. I like it. I like it. We've got a beautiful, tranquil rainbow. Very, very nice. I have an idea, but I'm going to ask, I'm going to ask, who drew this? What is this? Whose drawing is this? Oh, they're erasing it. They don't even want me to see it. I think it was a tornado, but let's go here. Volcano. Somebody has an explosive personality. What about my tornado here? There it is. Who drew the tornado? Come off mute and talk to me. Tornado, tornado, tornado.
Hi, the tornado is me, Kathleen Michael.
Kathleen, hi. Why are you a tornado? Share that with me.
Because you never know when I'm coming, but when I do, it's hard and fast.
There it is. You're blowing through. You're going to shake up some change. I like that about you.
Disruptor, you know?
Everybody needs one. I appreciate that. And then how about this one? A beautiful little hillside with some pretty flowers. Who's my pretty hill with some beautiful flowers? Who is that?
That's me. Hopefully, I like to be in community, so it's representative of a lot of different organisms all together, and hopefully grounding and peaceful.
I love that. Thank you, Kira, for sharing that. And I love your use of color. I love that you've got every shape and size out there. Very, very beautiful. That is how simple this is going to be. It's not scary. It's not hard. What's going to happen is I'm about to open up some break rooms. I'm going to break you into smaller groups. This group has about 9 people in it. I'm going to ask you to join that room. Look at the prompt. So if you haven't already, hit draw again at the bottom of your screen. You're going to have a new prompt pop up, and that new prompt is going to be, what is your favorite part of the beach? I'm going to open up your break rooms. I'm going to give you about 5 minutes in those break rooms to talk amongst your groups, draw a little bit, and then I'm going to bring you back and see your artwork. So break rooms are opening in 3 seconds, in 2 seconds, in 1 second. Break rooms are open. So head on over to those break rooms and enjoy your conversation, and I will see you back in 5 minutes. Scott is thinking.
I thought Scott joined. Oh, he is. He's right here. I think Scott needs the QR code to join the main game.
Oh, absolutely. Scott, my friend, let me pull you back up that QR code. There it is for you, Scott. If you want to open up your camera app, just hover over it.
Seashells, sorry.
So why are seashells your favorite part?
I think it's just a childhood memory, just as a kid going to the beach, you know, that's one of the things we would do is we would just walk around the beach and pick up seashells. Plus I have a little bit of fear of ocean water, so that was pretty much the only activity at the beach that was fun for me. So
I like that. I like that a lot.
Ricky, I was going to add on to that my favorite part is where the sand meets the water, but it's not too deep, so you can still see your feet, because any deeper is a little scary.
Yeah.
All right, looks like everybody's back. Hello and welcome back, everybody. I know that first round, getting a little bit of that conversation started is hard. Don't be afraid to come off mute and chat. That's what this is all about. Now, before I mix up your next set of breakout rooms, I am going to ask you, whose piece of artwork is this? Whose piece of artwork is this right here? Anybody willing to come off mute and share with me?
Rebecca.
Rebecca, I love it. I have a feeling I understand this picture, but I want you to explain to me, what are you saying in this image right here?
I love that moment where the sea and the sand meet each other, like where the tide kind of crosses over. I think that's a beautiful little path to walk along, especially in the water. And yeah, it's my favorite part of the beach.
My favorite place to lay, right?
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
a little
yeah.
bit hot, then you get the refreshing little
Yep.
splash, and then it goes back to being warm. Absolutely agree with that. And I
Yeah.
love that you put the heart, right? I am specifically talking about this
Just that
joining.
area.
I love that. Thank you. Also, a lot of sandcastles. So whose sandcastle is this one? I know there were a lot. Whose sandcastle is this guy?
It's mine, Samantha. It's a miserable
Samantha.
sandcastle, but it's fine.
Tell me about it. Tell me about this picture.
I just love getting creative. I think being in the event space, we're constantly creating and being able to just sit there and, you know, play in the sand and create castles. And it just gives you kind of a nostalgic feeling.
I definitely agree. You let that creativity side come out. You get to play a little bit. It reminds me, we have a sandcastle event we do, and I love giving people the spray bottles at the end to color the sand, and they make these amazing sculptures. It's so much fun. Absolutely love playing in the sand. I am going to open up your breakout rooms again. I'm going to give you about 5 minutes to chat, and then I'll see you again in 5 minutes. So rooms are opening right now.
How do you or your organizations like to give back?
We work with a company called Trees for Travel. So we at Experience Kissimmee. So we offset our carbon emissions when we travel.
Or Gisela?
We volunteer a lot.
Oh yeah.
And I drew these little food cans because the last volunteer thing that I was a part of was Second Harvest.
Nice. Oh, we're heading back to the main room. Feel free to click leave breakout room and head back in there because he'll start calling out pictures.
Cool.
See you there.
There it goes again.
I bet you know which one's mine.
I do know which one's yours, Heather.
You don't need
a mile away.
I do know. Start right here. Who drew the have a great day smiley face? Who is this?
That was me, Jenny.
That was you, Jenny.
Mhm.
I feel like I know what this is, but I want you to share with me what you meant, and I'll interpret after.
Okay. So we do a lot of give back components through our programs where we can have things made or created and then they're given to a local charity organization. So one that we've recently done was we wrote little cards and note cards, and then those were brought to a children's hospital just to brighten somebody's day. So that was just an example of, well, not the best card, but
I knew it was a card. I just wasn't sure what the story behind the card was. So I absolutely love that. We've got one similar to that too, but you open up the card, a little butterfly flies out. It's super cute. I love it. It makes me so happy. Watch it. Well, not a real butterfly. No, it's like a little paper button. No, not a real butterfly. That would be mean. All right. And then whose picture is this? Whose picture is this?
That's Kathleen again.
Kathleen,
And
all
I
right,
work
share it
with
me.
Jenny. So Jenny, thank you for laughing. So we work for the same company and we have a lot of philanthropic initiatives.
Mhm.
And this one I'm in Fort Lauderdale, we plant sea oats. So this is me in a little hat planting some sea oats down by the beach because a lot of people don't realize the plants that are down there are invasive and they do not protect us from hurricanes and floods. So we strive to educate both environmental and just, give back, team building, all the things.
I love that so much. What we're about to do, the Art for Earth's Sake, we're about to draw a bunch of trees, and the trees will be planted on a riverbank inside Washington State, where this one specific type of salmon lives and spawns and grows. And those salmon then go out to the ocean, and they are the type of fish that one specific type of orca whale eats. So by planting the trees, we give the root systems, make the salmon out to the fish, out to the ocean. So I love an endeavor like that. So thank you. Now we're going to get into the other section where we were talking about planting those trees, drawing those trees. But before we do that, on your phone, you're going to see that I am switching over to another little game. And what's going to happen is I'm about to give you a list of different products, different things that could be happening that all create a CO2 emission. Right? A lot of these things that I picked are kind of in the events, the meetings world. And so what I'm going to ask you to do, there's 10 things, as quickly as you can, try and reorder these topics to the least carbon emission down to what you think creates the most carbon emission. I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to do it. It is very fast, and I totally understand that. But it's to put a little pressure on you because I want to see what your initial gut thought is as opposed to what you can do once you start Googling things. So on your phones, you're going to see it pop up right now. So when that happens, you got 30 seconds. Give it a reorder. Give it a try. Let's see what you guys come up with as the most carbon emitting product down to, or I'm sorry, the least down to the most. I am now going to show you those carbon emissions right here. So this is the order that it should have been. The short email from laptop to laptop actually creates the least carbon emission of the things on our list. To assist, I'll show it to you in this way. So a short email from laptop to laptop creates about 0.4 grams of carbon emission. If you go down to a Google search, it's 9.6. You can see Zoom call 9.7. Having a banana, 110 grams of carbon being emitted just by you eating that banana. A 5-minute shower, 430 grams. And then if we take a look at the bigger side of things, a bottle of French wine, my dinner just about every night, 1.3 kilograms of carbon emission. The thing I want to highlight here is that bunch of mixed flours. It ranges from 1.7 all the way to 32.3 kilograms of carbon emission for each bunch of flour. When you're planning those meetings and you put those beautiful bouquets on each and every table, you have to start thinking about, is this a flour that's sourced locally? Is it being sent all over the place? Believe it or not, the 32.3 kilograms is baby's breath being shipped in to have those small little bouquets made. So think about it whenever you're doing your meetings. And then obviously some of the larger ones, the biggest being the Bitcoin cryptocurrency farm, 46 million tons of carbon emission a year created in that way. So it made me so happy to hear that some of you were already thinking about how are we counterbalancing our carbon emission with what we do in the company when we travel for meetings. How are we focusing on that to give back to our planet, right? It's the only one we have. And as I was saying earlier, we're about to give back. In just a second, I'm going to give you exactly 120 seconds, 2 minutes to draw some trees. For every tree that we draw, I am going to plant a tree in Washington State for those salmon, for those orcas. Now, I do have a couple of rules around trees. I need to be able to tell it's a tree. You can't just brown squiggle next, brown squiggle next. And it's every image of tree I get. So if you draw an entire forest on your screen, that's great, but that's only one tree. I need as many images to be populated as I can. Okay, as many tree images as I can. We partner with One Tree Planted. That's who we're going to do this through today. But I am going to kick it back over to our artwork now. And I am going to set a timer of exactly 120 seconds. It's going to start in 3, in 2, in 1. As many trees as we can draw. We've got exactly 120 seconds. At 2:41, I am closing down the trees. So let's see how many we can get in there. Dr. Seuss tree. It could be a Christmas tree. It could be whatever you think of as a tree. They are flying in fast and furious. I'm liking the one with a little bit of black outlining, liking it. I see some palm trees. I see some evergreen trees. Somebody drew a twig. Thank you for that. They are still going, ooh, ooh, ooh. We are almost done, almost done. We have almost 60 seconds left, almost 60 seconds left for our trees. We're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 36 trees at the moment. There are only 25 of us in this room, so you should be able to get at least 50 trees here. Let's see what we can do. Ooh, we got a tree turning red and green for the autumn. Christmas tree, a Dr. Seuss Christmas tree. I am liking it. We've got just about 45 seconds left. 5 seconds left. I know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're at 60 trees though. 60 trees. Keep going. Keep going. We can do it. Ooh, got a pink tree. I'm not exactly sure what that is. Got an orange tree. Got an upside down Christmas tree. That's a Festivus Christmas tree. I'll take it. Ooh, look at that yellow tree. All right, 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Oh my gosh. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times 12. What's that? 144. I don't know how to math. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Our trees are drawn. Fantastic job, everybody. Look at all of these trees. Let's see, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times 12, 120 trees right there drawn. Fantastically done, guys. In 2 minutes, 120 trees are being planted, and it took 0 time at all to help mitigate the meeting we just had and subsidize our carbon emission. I love this tree. Who drew this tree? Whose tree is this? Anybody willing to take credit for it? Oh, Sharon.
Oh, Sharon.
What kind of tree is this, Sharon?
A pretty tree.
Just a pretty tree. It reminds me of one of those like Japanese orange blossom trees. Like that's what my brain saw when I looked at it.
It's actually a citrus tree, and it has oranges and lemons. I didn't get to the limes and cherries on it, so it's got a little bit of all the citrus.
Love it. Very, very nice. We've got our pine trees there. Where is that adorable? I like this Christmas tree. Whose Christmas tree was this?
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Anybody taking credit?
Yeah, that's mine.
All right. Tell me about this Christmas tree. When you thought tree, why'd you draw a Christmas tree?
Because Christmas, everyone loves Christmas.
Because why not? It's everybody's favorite kind of tree. I absolutely love that. Fantastic. So there it is. We were able to get 120 trees drawn in just 2 minutes. It is that simple to make an impact. This program, the Drawing Trees, we call it making a global impact in 15 minutes. Because imagine, we were 26 people in this room. Imagine if you had a room of 200 people, what we would have just been able to do. So thank you so much for playing along and sharing that with me. We have one last little game to play with you, just because we like to end giving away prizes with us. So the way this game is going to work, I am going to show to you a quick poll. And what you're going to do is you're going to answer yes or no to this question. I'm going to randomly pick somebody out there in the audience, and then we're going to see whether they think what they think the majority's answer was going to be. So let's take a look at it now. The poll is getting ready to start. As soon as that starts, you guys will have just a few seconds to answer the question. The first question: who has a plastic bottle of water within arm's reach? Specifically, a bottle of water in arm's reach means you can't leave your screen to get out there. So who do we think, how many of us have a bottle of water within arm's reach? I'm going to give you 3 seconds more, 2 seconds more, 1 second more, and I'm shutting it down. Now, Jen, Minky, I don't know how to say it. I apologize.
That's okay, Minky.
Minky, all right, perfect. Now, Jen, 21 people answered the question. Do you think more people answered that they do have a water bottle within arm's reach, or do not have a water bottle within arm's reach?
A plastic water bottle, right?
Plastic water bottle.
I'm going to say no, do not.
That they do not. And you were absolutely correct. 90% of this group does not have a plastic water bottle within arm's reach. But how many people have a reusable water bottle within arm's reach? Absolutely, yes. I like that about all of you. So the game is that simple, pretty easy. All we're going to try to do is match our answer to the group. So the next question, How much time do you dedicate to engagement within your organization? Now, we can call engagement a 5-minute little brain break. We can call it a after hours cocktail wine party. We can call it a 7-hour team building where we are planting, what did you say, ocean moss on the shore? I forget what it was called. But what are you guys doing? How much time do you think that you dedicate to it? I'm going to give you about 3 seconds. I'm going to give you about 2 seconds. I'm going to give you about 1 second. I'm going to now close it down. And let's go with Ricky. Ricky's top on my screen. I can see Ricky. So Ricky, out of less than 30 minutes, less than an hour, 1 to 2 hours or more than 2 hours, what do you think the majority of the group said? What do you think the highest response was?
Let's see, considering that we're all event planners, a lot of people are event planners on this call. I am probably going to say, I'm going to say 1 to 2 hours.
And you are correct. 1 to 2 hours is the most, followed by more than 2 hours, which I absolutely appreciate. I like that a lot. Next one, let's see. Let's do a fun one. If you could choose one meal to eat for the rest of your life, which would you pick? And Jason, I'm not coming to you because I know the answer. Is it pizza, sushi, tacos, salad, or an ice cream sundae? If you were going to eat just one meal a day for the rest of your, or one meal for the rest of your life, since you had a strong feeling about tacos, what do you think the group said? What was the most, if I can only eat one meal for the rest of my life meal? What do you think, Ginny? Oh, you're muted.
I'm muted, sorry. This was really hard, but I did say tacos.
So did the group. 40% agreed with you and Heather. Tacos.
30%.
I was thinking pizza because again, you can put anything on a pizza. You can have a nice savory pizza, a sweet pizza.
Yeah, you could put peanut butter and jelly or a hot dog.
Right. The thing I appreciate most from this group is only 5% said salad. Thank you for being honest
Yes.
with yourselves. Thank you for being honest with yourselves. All right, let's take a look at our next one. Our next one is going to be when planning an event, which of these topics is most important? Sustainability, giving back to the community, safety and inclusion, or playful fun? Now, don't let the fact that I specialize in playful fun skew your answers in any kind of way. But which one of these do you think is the most important to you or your organization when planning those events? I'm going to give you just about 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, and now we're closing it down. And I think Suzanne, I haven't heard from you in a little bit. Suzanne.
Yes.
What do
I
you
chose playful fun, just
Playful.
because you got to get the people in the room to do those other things.
Gotta get it. And you know what? The group agreed with you, sort of. We went 30% playful fun, 30% safety and inclusion, 30% giving back to the community, and then 10% back to sustainability. The sustainability we're seeing, a lot of our clients right now are coming to us and saying, this is something we're starting to think about. So I think you're going to start seeing that a lot more and more because we definitely are. All right. I think we've got just 2 more of these. Let's see. Let's do this one because it's my favorite question. If you had to have a roommate and that roommate was a monster, which one of these monsters would you pick to be your roommate? Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Bigfoot, the Banshee, the vampire, or Cookie Monster? I know which one I'm going, and it's only because I have searched through Washington State trying to find one out in the wilderness, but I'll let you guys pick. We got 3 seconds left.
Cookie Monster would eat all my snacks.
I'm not arguing that.
I don't know if I'd want to live with him.
Right? All right, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. All right, Heather, since you're already voicing an opinion on this one, what do you think the group went with? What do you think?
I mean, I don't know. I would hope they would go with like Bigfoot because he's like cuddly. But I mean, the safest one is Cookie Monster probably, but I'm gonna say Bigfoot just because I don't want him to eat
Bigfoot.
all my snacks.
Well, the group did not agree with you. Everybody went Cookie Monster. 71% of the group said they would rather deal with some crumbs all over the floor than Bigfoot shedding in the summer. So sorry about that. All right, let's go. One more. Let's do this one. We'll go right here. And the question is, how many virtual events do you or have you done in the past 12 months? How many virtual events do you think you've done in the past 12 months? We're actually seeing an influx of people this year asking for virtual events again. So curious what you guys are doing. How many virtual events have you done? All right, we're going to close it down in 3 seconds, in 2 seconds, in 1 second. And the answers, let's go to Emily. You had a strong opinion about tacos, so hopefully you've got a strong opinion about this one. How many virtual events has Experience Kissimmee helped facilitate over the past 12 months?
I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty new at Experience Kissimmee,
Okay.
so I threw a guess. So my guess for everybody is B, 1 to 5 months.
1
Or
to
1 to 5
5
events, sorry.
That's what the group said. Very nice. Very good guess. With a 0% saying 6 to 10, a few people saying more than 11, and then 25% saying none, which we are seeing with groups who have gone back to the office pretty much full time. They're not doing the remote quite as much. And then finally, I threw this question in just because I need to know your honest answers about it. And so the question is, will you be working Play with a Purpose for the next event? Will you be working with Play with a Purpose for your next event? The answers are yes, without a doubt. Abso-freaking-lutely. Send me a contract now, and will you marry me? Play with a Purpose. You can give your honest feedback, your honest responses. But I just needed a little ego boost here at the end of this event. I'm going to close it down in 3 seconds, in 2 seconds, in 1 second. And let's throw it over to Rebecca. Rebecca, what did you say?
Abso-freaking-lutely.
Abso-freaking-lutely. 25% agreed with you, along with 25% saying, will you marry me? And you know what? We will, absolutely. We're not desperate at all. No, but I want to say thank you to everybody for sticking it out with us, spending this hour with us, and seeing just a small section of a little bit of the engagement you can throw into things quickly, easily, and hopefully having a little bit of fun. That being said, we were going to give away a prize to the first place winner of today's game. But the issue is I did have a tie for first place. So what I'm going to do is I am going to stop sharing, and I'm going to open it up to the group. And right before the end, I'm going to announce my 2 first place winners. So does anybody have any questions, any conversations you'd like to have? Let's take a second. Think about the things we've talked about. I'm going to open it up to you to feel free and ask any questions, any comments, any concerns, things you want to chat about. Anybody?
How would this work in a live situation?
Oh my gosh, I was just in Cvent London not too long ago. We did this exact same program. We were in there for 15 minutes. We drew 1,483 trees. It was super impactful. We then planted the trees over there in Europe. But it can be an hour-long program, and we can do it all the way to that quick 15-minute jump in, kick off a meeting, have everybody feeling good, and then out we go. But very good question to that anonymous person who threw that question out there. Anybody else?
Josh, I'm not going to be anonymous.
Oh, go ahead, Ricky.
Oh, no, I was going to say, do you have the availability to do this with you guys hosting, or just to provide the like the app and everything, and let our people host?
Yes and yes. I will tell you, depending on what we're trying to achieve, sometimes it's a little easier to have us there so people don't have to learn technology. But absolutely, we have facilitated this both virtually and live, and done it a DIY system or had us there on site to help and support. How big the program gets, we actually did this with a group not too long ago. Their CEO wanted to use the drawing just while he was up talking. And so every time he took the stage, it was just big in it. People were just doodling and drawing and doodling and drawing. And so we had one of our folks there just in the tech booth, just kind of making sure everything was operating right, but we never took the stage. We never did. So it really depends on how big you're looking to get with that program, but absolutely can be done either way. Very nice question. Thank you so much.
Josh, I was going to ask, just, times that we've done it before, the things I like, and maybe you can tell us more, is utilizing custom content, like individual content from businesses as part of the process. I've seen people get so competitive in that process, and that's where it becomes fun. What's the depths that you've gone to with some of that?
Oh, so we can turn this into a 2-hour giant game show where people are competing. We have turned the art piece of it into almost like in between breaks, we've done a backwards kind of Pictionary style thing where people are giving explanations and then everybody's drawing behind the person. They can't see what people are drawing based on their explanations. So it really depends on the group and what emotion we're trying to elicit from folks. But we love to be able to kind of play and create really fun, really engaging opportunities around what is most important to your group. Is it being competitive? Is it being collaborative? Or are we just looking to put smiles on folks' faces? All right. Any other questions before I jump out of here?
My question is, who won?
I will, obviously, I've got that ready to go.
I think, Josh, I don't even know if I told you this yet, but I thought it was a really interesting concept of a hotel chain getting really creative. But they called and they were asking if they could use this program as an incentive or a booking perk for groups to choose their hotel over other hotels, and they would give them a 15-minute, like a general session or a break activity, and we would come in and do the activity for them. And I thought, wow, that's a whole different way of thinking about a way for somebody to use it. So I thought that was really creative.
That is a fantastic point, and I appreciate you. Yeah, I love that. I think that finding new and unique ways to engage our audiences is probably the most important aspect of it. So absolutely, thank you. All right, Heather wanted to know the winners, so I'm going to reshare my screen. And I will do it. So I'm going to show the top 5 places because I'm actually pretty impressed with how well, top 4 places, how well you guys knew this. So in 4th place with 9,082 points, believe it or not, it was Sharon who, yeah, Sharon, like you knew this group. And I had to start there because I was impressed with how well you knew the group. Super cool.
I never win this game. I never get close to the top 30. This is awesome.
In 3rd place, strangely enough, with the exact same score, it was Suzanne. So fantastic, Suzanne. Very nice.
Wow.
Love that. In 2nd place with 9,427 points, it was Ginny. So Ginny, congratulations to you. But winning it, all in all, loving Bon Jovi, it was, I'm going to do this wrong. Omiria. I'm sorry for how poorly that came out of me. Will you say that for me?
It's okay. Omira.
Omira. I shouldn't have thought so hard. My parents named me Josh because they knew I'd be awful with names. So
No
I appreciate that. So Omira and Ginny, Heather's going to be reaching out to you guys, send you a little thank you for being here to play with us. To everybody else, thank you so much for coming. We hope that you had a nice, relaxing, maybe joyful experience here with us today. Thank you for joining us to do some good for the environment and learning a little bit more about what we do. But with that, I'm going to say thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day. If anybody wants to stick around, has another question they didn't want to ask in front of the group, you're welcome to stick around. Other than that, don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything. We'll see you guys later. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.